Attention passionate San Francisco 49ers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on San Francisco 49ers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true San Francisco 49ers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and San Francisco 49ers fans. Let's get to the news, all right. 49ers fans, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you is pretty wild. Rumors are swirling around that the Baltimore Ravens might be making a blockbuster move that could shake up the entire NFC landscape, and it's all centered around none other than Roquan Smith. Yeah, that's right. The Ravens, sitting at 7-8 and with a pretty tight cap situation, only about $5 million left, are reportedly eyeing a trade that could send Roquan Smith to us here in San Francisco. And folks, this isn't just some rumor. Sources close to the league suggest that this move could be imminent, possibly happening after the postseason. Now, why would the Ravens want to do this, especially with their playoff hopes hanging by a thread? Well, it's a mix of cap space management and trying to bolster their defense, which has been a bit leaky lately, especially against the run, ranking 15th in yards allowed per game. They're also trying to free up some cash to extend Lamar Jackson, who's been a cornerstone for that franchise but needs some security after a season marred by injuries and inconsistency. But let's focus on the player involved, Roquan Smith. This guy is a true game changer, a predator on the field. Think of him as an alpha wolf, always hunting, always attacking. His stats in 2025 are pretty impressive, a PFF overall grade of 76.6, which ranks him among the top linebackers in the league. He's a versatile guy, excelling in run defense with a 79.5 grade, and his coverage skills are among the best, sitting at 75.5. In 2025, he's posted 120 tackles, 74 solo with 3 sacks, 2 interceptions, 15 tackles for loss, and a negative EPA per target at -0.15, meaning he's making plays that really impact the game. He's allowed just 3 yards after the catch per game, and he's been a force in QB hits with 25 over his career. His career totals speak volumes over 21. 5 sacks, 850 tackles, and a consistent PFF grade above 85, with 5 Pro Bowls under his belt. And crucially, his injury history is minimal, with only a minor ACL tweak in 2025 that kept him out for just 1 game. His Week 2 performance, with 15 tackles and 3 tackles for loss, is reminiscent of some of the best linebacker performances in recent years, perhaps comparable to Fred Warner's elite coverage grades over multiple seasons. Now, imagine him lining up next to Warner here at Levi's Stadium. The impact would be immediate. His tackling ability is top tier, and he'd serve as a true anchor in the middle of our defense. We're talking about a guy who could add around 25 tackles per game, reduce run yards allowed from around 104.3 to roughly 94 yards per game, and boost our EPA per run from -0.8 to an impressive -0.18. His leadership, combined with Warner's versatility, would significantly lower opposing teams' completion percentages, dragging them from around 62% down to 55%. And against tight ends like Kittle, who we know are key mismatch threats, Smith's coverage would be a game changer, especially in third down situations. Think of him as the missing piece that could elevate our defense from a good unit to a top 3 defense in the league, especially in points allowed. This addition could also help us mitigate the absence of players like Pearsall and Kittle during injuries, indirectly boosting our turnover rate and overall defensive dominance. Now, why would the Ravens part ways with such a talented linebacker? Well, it's mainly about cap relief. Roquan's salary is around $20 million, which is a lot for a team trying to rebuild their offense and manage their cap space. They're looking to shed about $15 million in cap space, which they plan to use to rebuild their offensive line and secure extensions for key players like Lamar. The Ravens are currently ranked 16th in points allowed per game at 23.2, which isn't terrible but certainly not enough to contend with the best teams. They see trading Roquan as a strategic move. They get draft picks, including a second-rounder and a reserve linebacker from the 49ers, and they free up space to keep Lamar happy and healthy for the stretch run. Meanwhile, the 49ers, sitting at an impressive 11-4 and still in the thick of the playoff hunt, would benefit immensely from this move. Adding Roquan Smith would solidify that second level of our defense, which has shown some cracks in the wake of Green's injury. Remember, Green's injury on December 20th left a noticeable gap. Our run defense suffered, and teams started to exploit that weakness more often. Smith's presence would bring a level of stability and aggression that could transform our defense into a true fortress, especially against the run. Not only that, but his ability to cover tight ends like Kittle would add a new dimension to our coverage schemes. With Warner and Smith working together, the middle of the field would become a no-fly zone for opposing offenses, cutting down on completions and forcing more turnovers. This could elevate our defense from the current ranking of 12th in points allowed to a top-3 unit, especially during the crucial playoff push. And this isn't just about shutting down the run or covering tight ends. Smith's ability to make plays behind the line of scrimmage and force turnovers makes him an ideal X-factor in high-stakes games. Think about it, in the Super Bowl LX, a player like Roquan could be the difference maker, especially against mobile quarterbacks like Josh Allen. His speed, instincts, and tackling prowess would be instrumental in disrupting the opponent's rhythm, leading to more turnovers and scoring opportunities for our offense. In fact, some simulations and analytics show that adding him could cut the odds of us winning the Super Bowl from +600 to +300. That's a huge boost, especially considering how much our defense has improved in recent weeks. It's not just a move for this season. It's about building a legacy defense that can carry us deep into the postseason year after year. This entire trade scenario hints at a bigger picture. The 49ers aiming to establish a defensive legacy that echoes some of the greatest units in NFL history. By bringing in a player like Roquan Smith, we're not just filling a need, we're making a statement. We're saying that our defense is going to be a dominant force, capable of shutting down the best defenses in the league and giving our offense the opportunities it needs to succeed. With Purdy leading us on offense, ranked 9th in yards per game, and a quick, efficient attack that capitalizes on turnovers and short fields, adding a linebacker like Roquan could be the final piece that pushes us over the top. So fans, what do you think? Could this trade really happen? Would Roquan Smith be the kind of player that takes our defense to a new level and helps us chase that elusive 6th Super Bowl ring? The speculation is heating up, and it's clear that the 49ers are always looking for ways to get better. Whether it's through draft picks or big-name trades, we're always on the lookout for that edge. And right now, it looks like Roquan Smith could be the perfect addition to our already formidable squad. The NFC West is tight, and every game counts. A move like this could be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early exit. So stay tuned, because the next few weeks are going to be crucial, and if this trade goes through, it might just redefine our season. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest San Francisco 49ers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. Now I want to hear from you 49ers faithful. What's your take on this potential move? Do you think Roquan Smith would be the perfect fit for our defense? Or do you believe we should focus on other areas in the offseason? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters, not just to us, but to the entire 49ers nation. Remember, the offseason is where legends are born, and this could be the start of something special. I'll be back soon with more updates, so make sure you stay locked in and keep that 49ers passion burning bright. Let's go, San Francisco.